If you love Regency fashion, you probably have also found it very hard to find a knitwear project that you would love to make and the pattern for it. In today's video, I have decided to have a bit of an introduction to the knitted/crochet garments that you can make for the Regency period or for the Jane Austen lovers out there. I have been struggling for a while to find a perfect pattern for knitting or crocheting to reproduce the iconic looks of our favorite novels by Jane Austen. I have decided to have a bit of a selection of some of them are historically accurate, some of them are maybe historically accurate, and some of them do play a great part in the aesthetics section. First, I've decided to start with a pattern that I have started to knit, and it is a 1817 teacher's assistant pattern, which I bought on Etsy. You can actually find this pattern for free in a historical books. The knitting terminology is a bit harder to understand, but if you've been okay with the historical terminology, then you can use the free pattern. And if you're not, and you're more towards like the modern representation, I really want that modern terminology, please, then there's also the pattern down below for you to check out. I have bought the modern recreation of the same pattern. So actually this pattern is quite historically accurate. This is what I've started. The stockings are very important for the Regency dress, and this is the main undergarments that you would wear. And I have started knitting it, and this is a perfect beginner project. It is quite easy to understand, and it is knitted in the round. And if you don't like knitting back and forth, then this is the project for you. Another project that I wouldn't want to count as a historically accurate, but I don't know, it feels more like aesthetics, because if you like cottagecore and also Pride and Prejudice, all of that, you would definitely want to have at least one apron in your lifetime. So this is a perfect project if you want to make an apron, but you don't want to sew it. Obviously, you don't want to go an easy way. Stockings, for example, I could have sewn, but instead I decided to knit them. So the same way, if you don't want to go easy way and you love the aesthetics and you want to make yourself a pretty apron, this pattern comes from the Jane Austen Knits. It's a magazine. I believe you can get it as a printed version. I don't think they actually sell it currently, but you can get it on eBay or Etsy. The linen work apron, here it is. It looks fantastic. I really love the color. I love the fact that it's also linen, which is just a perfect yarn for any season, really. And if you would love gardening, this would be a perfect project. And I feel like this what would have Jane Austen worn or used in her lifetime, living in the countryside. Same as me, I really love, just the countryside aesthetic. I'm not going to talk about the countryside aesthetic because I actually live in the countryside sometimes, so it's not an actual aesthetic for me, it's a real life. And you do need an apron. You want to protect your beautiful dresses. Or just beautiful skirts. If you do gardening or anything like that, probably somewhere in between historically accurate / inspired by the history. And it is a beautiful pattern, and I hope you like it. I myself really want to knit it. I'm actually sharing you all the patterns that I would have knitted myself. Oh, it's so cute. The next project that would be so perfect for the person that is in love with Pride and Prejudice, as I am, is a Pemberley reticule. Obviously, this one doesn't really go into historically accurate because the reticule itself would be small, whereas this one is a bit of a bigger one. This is a perfect mixture of something that would have been in history, like an exaggerated version. If you like increase the size of the reticules themselves to a bigger size and make it more useful than it is. Like, it would be perfect project for your knitted projects. Like, you could put your knitwear in there, your current projects, you can store your yarn in it, or you can use it for just going to the shops, buying some vegetables, looking cute in your cute little apron and your Pemberley reticule, because I would say this is like more of a section of aesthetics meets could be in Jane Austen's life. I haven't seen any extant garments, but this is not a video for super historically accurate patterns for the Regency, because it's very hard to find them. But this would definitely fill the hole of that. I really want that aesthetics. And oh my god, the name Pemberley reticule is already piquing my interest. So this is a perfect project for you and for myself. Again, want to make that. This would be a wonderful project to make. Now, when it comes to something that would have been historically accurate, is a smaller size reticule, and it is Harriet's heartstrings. Again, all of these patterns are coming from the Jane Austen Knits, and it is, as I said, is a magazine. That magazine is wonderful. They have so many beautiful patterns. I've decided to choose 10, but you can basically, like, if you get that magazine, you can basically make all of them, because some of them are like inspired, some of them could have been worn. Obviously, some of the things that I'm showing to you maybe are not going to be very interesting, but it has so many cool patterns. As I said, this is one of the ones that I would say quite historically accurate and would have definitely been used during the Regency era for the balls. I don't think you can actually fit your phone in there, but if you make it a bit of a bigger size, then you might actually fit your phone. And if you don't want to, wear your phone, you go for it, because this would be a perfect reticule to recreate those, iconic Regency era fashion plates, because it looks very cute. I love the size. The color, I don't know, maybe white would be a wonderful one, or something else. It would have been nice in like different colors. This is a perfect project for a beginner, I would say, because it's very small and would be cute for, those girlies that really want to recreate that aesthetics look / I want to be very historically accurate, but at the same time not so historically accurate. You go for it, girl. I mean, we love Regency era, right? And what do people love to do during Regency era, especially in United Kingdom? Well, they love drinking tea. And I love drinking tea myself. I am a huge fan of drinking tea. I mean, I feel like I drink a lot more tea than a usual British person does. Though I'm British, but like I drink even more than a normal British person does, especially like different types, not only black tea. Anything goes, like I would go with it. And as a person that loves drinking tea, for the enthusiasts of drinking tea, this would be a perfect, cutest knitted thing that you could ever done. It is a tea cozy. It literally says JA, which is a Jane Austen. It's perfect. You can literally make anything else. Like, you can make your own initials. If you want Jane Austen's initials, go for it. You can make your Regency inspired alter egos initials. You can go with anything, or like Mr. Darcy's initials, go for it. This is a perfect, cutest project that is out there. Tea cozies are a whole thing. This is definitely historically accurate. I'm not going to say that like JA is a historically accurate, like Jane Austen's tea cozy would have looked like that. But I mean, tea cozies are just the hugest of aesthetics. Like, if you want to elevate your home game, your cuteness in your house, this is the perfect project. I really want to make this one, and I'm so excited to make it. It is also color work, and it would look so cute on your teapots. Also, from Engineer Knits, I got a whole idea of also making a whole thing for like a tea, not a tea cozy, like a cozy for an egg. So you could get a set, you can make a set of for the eggs and for your tea thing. What do you call it? A tea a teacup? No. Tea something. Because I can't remember the name. And all of the projects here I really love. So you're just gonna hear me saying multiple times, I really love this one. On the pattern, you can definitely make it whatever initials you want. Isn't that perfection of a pattern? Oh, that's so nice. Because I have the patterns right here, I've just read the beginning of one of the patterns, and it actually explains to you whether this is historically accurate or not. And obviously these are all inspired by the historically accurate garments. One of them is a cotton camisole. Actually, I just read the first sentence that says it is a design based on a vintage camisole, and it literally explains to you where this would have been worn. This is a Regency / Victorian garment that would have been worn as an underwear. So you would have worn it on top of your corset or stays, depending on what period you're actually recreating. So from the early 19th century to the Edwardian period, this is a perfect recreation if you would like to make one of a camisole. It is very useful. It is a perfect garment, definitely historically accurate. I mean, I would really want to make this. It is a perfect thing that you would make as a corset cover / stays cover. Here you go. You learn a lot. The pattern definitely tells you a lot more information in itself. I really, really love this magazine, and thank you for whoever made this. This is a perfect find for a person that is interested in not only sewing Regency inspired garments, but also knitting or crocheting them. These patterns. Next pattern is a book cover. We all need a book cover for Edmund. So that's the name. Whatever. It's too funny. Okay, so we all need a book cover that we have knitted. I think it is a knitted one. It looks so cute. People that are interested in historical dresses would definitely be interested in books and reading, and I myself love reading, so this is a perfect project for you. A fast, cute looking, to make your books, even modern books, look like as if they came from history. Like, this is beautiful. I feel like would have definitely been made at the time. And if not, I mean, definitely somebody would have made something like that. I mean, I love book covers. It is a very smart thing to make. You definitely protect your book from all the elements. Makes it look cute. If you want to hide the book cover, you don't like the book cover, but the book itself is very nice, you can just throw it in. If you just don't like people looking at what you're reading, throw it in. If you just want your book to look very cute, this is a project for you. It's very fast. I really love these types of projects because when you just make little projects all around your house, or maybe for the objects that you have in your house, actually now I thought about it, the cute little project that definitely would have been made, I don't have a pattern for it, but definitely would have been made in Regency period, is a pillow cover. I gotta research this. If there is one, please type below, because now I really want to make one. I feel like definitely they would have been, like, they would have made it like a lace inspired, something like a doily-esque thing. I feel like that would have been definitely a thing. Gotta check it out. But yes, a book cover, perfect project. The next one that I wanted to talk to you about is, well, you can see right now I'm talking to you as normal. You can see a bit of my neckline. Well, when it comes to Regency era, when a woman would go out and about, she wouldn't really have her neck showing. First of all, it's very important for the elements to cover your neck, but also for the modesty reasons. One of the projects that I found is an evergreen lace scarf, and it looks very cute. basically goes around your whole neck. You can definitely make it a bit longer if you want to make it a bit more like a fichu. It's a perfect little scarf, would definitely be in use. And if you make it like white color, something like that would have definitely worn at the time by a lady or Jane Austen herself. One of the important accessories that a woman would have during the Regency period is a shawl. You can see it from all of the extant garments that are out there. Obviously, the shawl itself would have been woven, but what about a knitted shawl? So I got thinking more about the Sontag that was used during the 18th century and throughout to the 19th century. First, I'm going to be showing you not the Sontag inspired one, but the shawl inspired one. So you would have something that is hanging from your hands to wrap around your shoulders, or again to protect yourself from the elements if you feel cold, if you don't have your Spencer jacket, or if you have your Spencer jacket but you're still cold because it's UK weather and sometimes you have those gusts of wind that just make you super cold. So this would be a perfect project for you to stay warm throughout the seasons. It is great for you to have during the colder summer evenings or during the just colder winters in general. It is an afternoon tea wrap. So when it comes to this kind of shawl, you can actually find multiple patterns. It doesn't have to be this one in particular. You can just find any type of shawl that looks like this one. Make the wrap or the shawl long, and then you're set. This one is very gorgeous. I really love the fact that, I don't know, maybe it was inspired by the seaside, but this would be perfect for something that was worn by Marianne in Sense and Sensibility. Speaking about Marianne Dashwood, let's move on to Margaret Dashwood. When it comes to Margaret Dashwood, there is actually a pattern that is inspired by Sontag that is also called Margaret Dashwood's shawl. And it's just perfect. I mean, this is what I would call take the pattern from history. It's definitely inspired by the Sontags. You can wrap it the same way as the Sontag would have been wrapped. You can use it as a shawl, as I told you, if you make it a bit longer maybe. Perfect little project. Great for those recreations. I would say accessories actually elevate your historical look to the T. You will definitely look a lot better when you have those accessories. As soon as you take something, like for example, you have something not so historically accurate, you swap it with something that would have definitely been worn at the time, like you make your hair, you make your makeup the correct way, you make your, I don't know, you have your hat on, look does elevate yourself. And when it comes to the shawl, it's quite an important part of your Regency garment because you definitely do not see a woman on a fashion plate without one. Like every single woman has one. And then when we go to the Victorian era, there is also more shawl action going on. So I would say if you want to invest in something like that, this is definitely going to be a project that will make your wardrobe and your looks elevated. This was, I believe, all the 10 patterns that I have been wanting to show you. These are actually top 10 that I really love myself and I really want to make them. And hopefully I will. It's basically a very good selection of multiple projects that you can have on your needles. There are some that will definitely knit super fast, or there are some that are definitely going to elevate your historical look. And I hope you like this video, and if you have more patterns that you have discovered yourself that would be worn during the Regency era or by the Jane Austen herself, please write it down in the comment section, and I would love to check them out because it's been a bit of a struggle to find the historically accurate pattern. Actually, whilst I was thinking about this, because, well, I didn't find the pattern itself, but definitely gloves would be the thing that would have been knitted during the Regency era. Not this kind of short gloves, but something longer. And I've seen someone actually make them, but I haven't found the pattern yet. So when I do, and I gotta roam a bit more in Ravelry, hopefully I will find some interesting ones, and hopefully they will be for free. But for now, I hope you have a wonderful time. If you like this kind of video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.